say the word sleep or deeper sleep, just go 10 times deeper. So 1, 2, 3, open your eyes and sleep now. Way down, deeper down. Way down, deeper, way more relaxed. Support the exit, support your back, support you all the time, just go down even deeper still. In this week's video we've got a nice fast hypnotic induction. So keep watching and find out all about the induction. Hi there and welcome. My name is Turan Mirza and welcome to the Feel Good Hypnosis YouTube channel. I'm going to play, as always, a street hypnosis clip, and this week we're talking about inductions, so see how someone is induced into that hypnotic state. And then I'm going to break down some of the steps involved and discuss what you're seeing in this video in a tutorial section after the street hypnosis live clip. Now, if you want to just watch the street hypnosis clip, I use YouTube chapters, so click on the YouTube chapters in the description section and you can go straight to the street hypnosis clip. Or you might want to go to the tutorial first to listen what's coming up and then zoom back to the street hypnosis clip, again using those chapters. You've got that flexibility and choice because of the way I've set it up in the description section. So what have we got this week? We've got an induction, and this is how to get someone into that focused sense of attention where they can accept suggestions. Now this guy, today we're showing the induction, but I've hypnotized this guy in the past, and I'll put a link in the info cards up above to other videos where he was hypnotized and carrying out various skits, so do check those out, but please make sure you stay and watch this video first. If you have any comments about this video, or if anything I describe in this video and if I miss out something you notice in the video, then ask me about that in the comment section below. I really want to hear your comments about this video. Do you like the setup where I show a clip and then talk about it, or would you rather me talk about it and then show the clip? I've had some feedback about that before, but I want to know what you think, so please leave your comments in the comment section below. And don't forget, if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, make sure you give it a like. It helps my channel grow, and click the big red subscribe button if you really like these videos so you can come back. Click the bell notification next to that subscribe button and you'll get notified when the new video is released. I do release a new video every Sunday and sometimes in between, so make sure you subscribe and keep that notification section on as well. In the meantime, let's watch the video and then stay tuned afterwards to see exactly what I'm talking about after you've watched the video. Here it comes. Okay, put your feet together, make them touch, and your name is?
Rory.
Rory, look at your hand, look at the lines in your hand, pick one spot and one line.
Yes.
You don't need to point it, just don't need to say a thing, just look at that spot.
Yes.
Okay. As you look at that spot, notice how as I move that hand towards your forehead, notice how that hand starts to drift towards your forehead all by itself. Without any conscious thought on your part, that hand just starts closer and closer and closer. That's right. As that hand drifts towards your forehead, that's right, you just close your eyes down, continue to let that hand drift towards your forehead, knowing when that hand touches your forehead, sleep now, deeper, deeper, deeper relax. The deeper you go, the more relaxed you feel, the more relaxed you feel, the deeper you go, drifting, sinking down, even deeper still, even deeper still. And in a moment that hand's just going to flop down by your side, as that hand goes down, go down, even deeper still. And then in a moment I'm going to count from 10 down to 1, with every count I count, just allow your unconscious now to take you down even deeper still. Letting all the sounds around you, the singing in the background, the music in the background, the wind blowing through your hair, to help you absorb you into this wonderful state of hypnosis. That's right. Going down 10 times deeper still now. And in a moment I'm going to count from 10 down to 1. With every count I count, by the time you get to the number 1, your unconscious will give you into a state of hypnosis that even I couldn't take you through. So 10, going deeper now. 9, doubling that relaxation. 8, even deeper still. 7, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. So deep, so relaxed. And then we're going to count from 1 to 3, and the count to 3 you can open your eyes and be back with us. But every time I say the word sleep or deeper sleep, just allow your unconscious mind to take you down even deeper than this wonderful deep state of hypnosis you're in now. Nod your head that you understand. Every time I say the word sleep or deeper sleep, just go 10 times deeper. So 1, 2, 3, open your eyes and sleep now. Way down deeper down. Way down deeper, way more relaxed. Support the exit, support your back, support you all the time, just go down even deeper still. And letting all the clapping and the sounds around you help you absorb into this state. So 1, 2, 3, open your eyes and sleep now. Way down, way down, deeper, deeper, deeper relaxed. And then we're going to count from 1 to 3, and the count to 3 you can open your eyes and go back with us. But you're going to feel so relaxed, so comfortable in this position you're in now. You will not be able to move your feet. It's like you're a plant, like a tree. You're like you're part of this soil. You will not be able to move your feet from this point. It's like you're cemented, stuck, engraved into the ground. Nod your head that you understand. 1, 2, 3, open your eyes. So how's it feel? Alright. What I want you to do now is go ahead and try and move your feet. Really try. Really try. The harder you try, the harder it sticks. The harder you try, the harder it sticks. Stop trying to move your hands, but look what happens. Look what happens. When I move your hands, whatever position I move them in, they just stick in that position. Really try and move your hands and find you stuck. Isn't that cool? Watch what happens. I can move that hand. Stuck. I can move that hand. Stuck. Because you're a teapot now. Really try and move that hand. Really try. Really try. In fact, watch what happens. I can move that hand, put that hand on your head like that there. When I move that hand, it's now stuck to your head, stuck to your head. You cannot move your finger, you cannot move your palms from your head. When I tap this hand, it will release. That hand will release. Try and put it around that hand. Try and pull that hand off and it's stuck to your head. Really stuck to your head. Notice what happens now that that hand sticks to that wrist. That hand sticks to that wrist. You cannot move that hand. Oh, look at the time. I have to go now. But I'll be back tomorrow, so just stay where you are, and I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah. I wouldn't do that to you. Sleep now. Way down. Releasing your hands. Sleeping down. Going down. Even deeper. Let those hands release just as quickly as go down. Even deeper still. Even more relaxed. Way down. Way down. So I hope you liked that video. It was a very fast induction. By my counting, it was about 40 seconds between me saying, you know, put your feet together and stand up straight, and him really going into trance in his hands, touching his foreheads and his eyes closing down. So this can be a very quick way to induce someone into hypnosis. Now, things you might not notice if you're new to hypnosis is that the whole video is about me getting him into that state. The whole, right from the start of that video, when you hear me at the start say put your feet together, that is part of the induction. That's me watching how fast he has compliance, how quickly he responds to my requests. Now, he's been watching me while I hypnotize a few other people. I've seen him in the audience for a while, so he's almost been trained by me doing it on other people and him watching and saying, oh, I know what needs to happen to go into hypnosis. So he's prepped for that in a way. He's hypnotized himself into going into hypnosis, and that's the beautiful part as well. So I think that adds to the speed at which he goes in. Other things to point out about this clip, well, you can hear there's a lot of noise in the background, and for that reason, I don't know why. Again, the video was shot some time ago, so I'm not too sure why I really give him a real belt and braces induction here, but it's a good example of the various steps. As I said already, I've got him to comply with what I'm saying. Hypnosis is not about me getting someone to do something they don't want to do. If I'd said put your feet together and he went, is that good enough? Then he's not complying, but he has that right to, because he's in control of how he responds. But he's seen other people, as I said, and he wants to experience this, so he's doing exactly what I say. And compliance is good, not because I'm taking over control of him, not because I'm making him do something, but because he's happy to comply. There's consent there for him to follow what I'm asking him to do. I then asked him to look at his hand and tell him his hand's going to move towards his forehead all by itself. Now that is a suggestion in itself, and his hand moves very quickly. In fact, if you've watched other videos of this type of induction, I usually tell people halfway through to close their eyes, but again, I think it's because he was watching other people experience this type of induction that he was closing his eyes ahead of me. And I still, to the point where I was really still going through the mechanism saying, now close your eyes down, but again, looking at that video, I think his eyes were already closed. So start to finish, by the time his hand touches his forehead, he's in hypnosis. He's taken himself into that other state where suggestions can be more readily accepted. I've talked about utilization in other videos, and this is another lovely example of utilization. What I'm going to tell him next is his hand's almost stuck to his forehead. It's just resting there quite comfortably all by itself. I say, when your hand drops down, you'll go even deeper. And notice how his hand just flops down. Again, I'm looking for those flops, the idea that he's just totally accepting everything I'm saying, and his hand flops down by his side. That implies that his mind is now taking him down even deeper still. And watch for his eye flicker. There's if you might have to zoom in on this video, but you can see nice eye flicker. I think I can see it just from the full frame picture, but he's got beautiful eye flicker, and again, That's not always going to happen. Don't rely on eye flicker. If you don't see eye flicker, it doesn't mean they're not in hypnosis. A couple of negatives in there. But if you do see eye flicker, there's a general sense that, yes, that's a nice deep state of hypnosis that he's moving into. So I get that eye flicker and I move on to the deepener. I tell him I'm going to count from 10 down to 1. And as I count down, I tell him that every time he hears a count, he's going to go even deeper. And again, utilization comes in when I say, because of the noise in the background, and his hair's quite long, it's just blowing in the wind like mine, it's blowing in the wind, so I just tell him that letting all the sounds around him help him to go into the state of hypnosis. Letting the wind blowing through his hair just help him to go into hypnosis. These are all suggestions to guide him into that state where he needs to be to accept my suggestions fully. After counting down, well, again, I'm just in the mood for doing a complete induction here, so I go on to the fractionization. So I tell him when I count to 3, his eyes will open, and when I drop my hand, he'll go even deeper still and his eyes will close. Now notice the first time I do it, when I drop my hand, he sort of looks over to me. It's just a millisecond, and it's maybe a slight wondering, oh, is he really that deep? But he complies quickly. I just repeat myself. Again, everyone's different, and for many people, they're just checking out what's happening, and they're in control of when they go in and when they close their eyes at all times. I'm guiding and I'm suggesting, as a hypnotist, that's what a hypnotist does. It's not about controlling or probing people's minds and making them do things they don't want to do. I'm making suggestions and giving a guidance to him, but it's him that's taking himself in there, and he's very happy to do that, and his eyes close down. I fractionize a few times because, well, for people watching around, it's a bit of an entertainment thing as well to see that eyes opening and dropping down again. But I know he's really deep now. I know he's between the countdown, between the fractionization and just the general dropping of his hand following the induction. I know he's really in there. So I proceed now with the first skit, and I'm going to tell him that his feet are stuck to the floor. And you can see the camera person pans down. His legs are vibrating. He's really trying to move his feet, but they're stuck. And his intention, his whole body language is so clear. I let him play along. This is called catalepsy. This is the idea that their muscles are so relaxed and set in the position they're in that they don't want to move. And I'm going to move on from that idea of just having his feet stuck, and I move his hands in position and give him the suggestion that once they're in position, he can't move them from that position. He's now stuck like some mannequin in a shop front. Now, because again I'm glancing around, the camera doesn't pan around to see the audience, but because there's audience there, I now want to utilize that to have a bit of fun. Again, for me, hypnosis is not about making people look silly and stupid, and hopefully when you watch that clip, if you've already watched the clip, he wasn't made to look outrageously stupid or silly. I simply pose his hands like this here, like the shape of a teacup, and tell him he's a teacup. Everybody laughs around him, and again, he's not looking like he's embarrassed in any way, but he just can't move, and I really challenge him, go ahead and try and move those hands, and find you can't. So that in itself was lots of fun. I then, well, keep moving because that's working so well and the people are responding so well. I move his hand once again, say that hand stuck to his head. These are all the same, as it were, hypnotic phenomenon, this idea of catalepsy, the idea of wherever his hands are sitting, whether it's here, or whether it's on his head, it's the idea that he's comfortable in that position, and there's that involuntary not wanting to move those muscles. It's not that I'm making his arms stationary in any one position. Yes, I'm moving them and giving him that suggestion, but if at any time he wanted to, he could move it away. There's no glue, there's no sewing needles, there's no locks sticking it in position. It's purely inside his mind. And relate that back to maybe sometime when you want to do something, but something's sticking you, something's holding you inside back from doing what it is you really want to do. Maybe it's moving jobs, maybe it's, overcoming procrastination, but you're stuck in that idea of just sitting and watch telly and you'll do something at another time. That's the same sort of hypnotic idea that you just don't want to do something in that moment. So I hope all that makes sense. It's a lovely skit. The induction, like I say, nicely worked through from the moving his hand to his face after getting compliance. counting down from 10 down to 1, and then fractionizing it, waking him up and putting him to sleep again. And then various elements of catalepsy, from leg catalepsy to hand catalepsy. I hope you find that interesting. Like I say, make sure you give it a thumbs up, make sure you give it a like, and don't forget to click the big red subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of the videos. Click the bell notification button next to that subscription button. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. I'll do my best to get back to you, and if it requires a new video to describe something, your comment could turn into a video in the future. And if you want to learn more about hypnosis, if this is just the start of your interest into learning how to hypnotize other people, then please do contact me. I do training for people new to hypnosis, as well as mentoring hypnotists and hypnotherapists who are experienced in hypnosis but want to learn more and evolve their craft. I really enjoy this stuff, and I really enjoy talking to you and connecting with you, so whether you want to private message me or just leave a comment, please do connect with me. Thanks very much for watching, and there'll be a new video out coming next Sunday.